I'm on several boards presently, so I understand how a board works. I'm on, as I mentioned before, the Phoenix University board here, the Jersey City Educational, the Jersey City Educational Team board where they have Camp Liberty, and I was also on Rutgers Cook College Board of Managers, so I understand the board concept. The skills that I bring in every board member that we have existing now, it has a specialized profession in management that they bring to the table. The district is a very complex thing. Some people have skills in finance, some people have skills in academics, some, like Sumac, has some in planning. I have a PhD in organizational management, so I understand structures and how they work and how they should work when they don't work. So what happens is, in your specialization, you bring those particular skills to the board. There's not one board member that knows everything or everything about everything. So we have to be collegiate and depend on each other for certain information, especially if it's your specialization. We do sit with the members of the district to find out different areas when we don't know it. But what you have to be able to bring is the talent to be able to work collegiately with your other peers and to be able to come up to a good decision by working with the community, the teachers, and your colleagues.
My experience and qualification, if I'm elected, I have a bachelor's degree in finance. I worked for a successful financial firm for 20 years as head of operations and a financial analyst. I have extensive decision-making over these years. I oversee and manage about 250 employees across the US. We have different offices, different locations. I work very closely with my team. I analyze our budget, make recommendations, cut costs. I do the check and balances because I'm in the finance. I analyze our legal contracts. I work with a team of attorneys in my office. Use resources within to cut our cost. I would look at options as to how we can raise more revenue, such as shop around for different carriers for our medical, our stationery, our equipment, and the list goes on. I would like to be in the finance committee. The budget, what we receive, is not sufficient information. I would like to have it prepared in advance, going over line by line to make sure every dollar that is spent, it's being spent in the area that is needed. Thank you.
Well, what makes me so special? Well, I'm a retired New York public school teacher with 28 years of service compiled. If you can teach in Newark, you can teach anywhere in the state, and it would be a breeze. I'm well degreed with a BA in Media Arts, a Master's in Media Education, a Master's in Library Science, and a half Master's in Supervision towards principalship. Being an executive to make decisions requires adequate information from the establishment, from the superintendent's office, that will lead, with enough lead time to view the materials, which requires acts, accountability, transparency, and sensibility to render a fair decision. Cooperation is very important. Without cooperation, there is no resolution. We need to be able to come to a conclusion fairly and to work with our peers and to involve our community at large. I'm very much in favor of empowerment of the community. When we have empowerment, there is no apathy, and when there's no apathy, there is well development for everyone in the community. We are all each other's friends, and we can do more when we believe that we have ownership of the establishment we call the Board of Education, which is truly owned by the people, but alienated by the establishment. So we don't have that opportunity. Thank you.
like I mentioned before, I'm a teacher now for 18 years. I said it for 12 years here in Jersey City, but the other 6 years, it was all over the world, by the way. I visited 6 continents, by the way, and I ended here inside the United States. So being in a very successful systems before, Japanese system, UK system, Middle East systems, these people, they teach traditional skills. I want to go back to that, traditional skills. How would come I have a kid coming to me in 11 and 12th grade, they cannot even multiply. You ask him add 1/2 plus 1/3, it's like, I don't know how to do that. How would come? After 11 years in a system, was spending $17,000 in every single year for the kid, and he cannot even add in 11th grade. I am as a high school teacher, I have to go back again to the 3rd and 4th grade skills. Is that fair for me or even for the kid or for the families? This is not fair to go back to do that. And you wonder why school is failing? We have 85% from the school is failing because they didn't have a skill stuff. They don't. I want to implement the skill plus technology. I am proposing tonight, I need just to invest in iPad 2 for every single student in Jersey City Board of Education. Why? In 2 years from now, the state requires us to take the exams using the computer system. How are we going to do that without investing right now? We need to start now. Just to have a very bad problem. They went to the last minute and said, let's do it right now. It is not fair. I want to be in the board elected so I can implement my idea for the instruction and program. Promise you, you're going to see different.
I found this the most interesting question in the bunch. 32 years ago, or 15 years ago, when I ran for the board, I ran because my son was autistic and I had a lot of problems with the school system. But one of the reasons I thought I should get elected that year was because I was in my 17th year of chairing New Jersey Transit's Advisory Committee, which is a 15-member board that was appointed with the creation of the organization. I was convinced that I wouldn't be reappointed. I had been reappointed 5 times, and I was the Democratic chair of a Republican board, and that didn't seem like it would happen. So now I've been on New Jersey Transit's advisory board for 32 years, chairing it for 22 years. And I kind of figured out along the way that I must have learned a lot of advocacy skills, and I really appreciate the fact that I've been able to do that because I'm hoping that my experience helps our new members come on, and I've tried to do that. I've also was the executive director of the Hudson TMA that built the Hudson Bergen Light Rail, and I also was the executive director for a short time at the Jersey City Redevelopment Agency. I don't know how to do anything individually. I only know how to work as a team. When I'm by myself, I'm lonely. So I have a lot of skills in teamwork, and I also, my biggest asset is that I will let everybody's opinion be heard in any group I ever am in. Thank you.
I'm a Board of Trustee for Voluntary Lawyers for Justice, chairperson of a prisoner reentry program entitled Release, Board of Trustee for the Essex County Bar Association, the largest bar association in New Jersey. I'm on a working group for a program involving those with mental health issues and homelessness that continue to be part of the criminal justice system. I'm the chairperson of the Newark Public Schools Law Academy Advisory Board. 4 high schools participate in this Law Academy. They do mock trials, they have panels and lectures, they get mentorship and also summer internships in law offices. I'm on the advisory board for Cory Booker's Prisoner Reentry Roundtable. I'm formerly advisory member for New Jersey LEAP, a youth program involved with teaching of law. I'm on the Jersey City Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. I'm the director there of community and social programming for the Jersey City Kappa League, which is our youth program. And our objective there is to host and sponsor a series of social, community, and service activities for the community here. I'm the chief municipal prosecutor, as I mentioned before, where I manage 20 attorneys and several support staff people. There I create policies for my office, as well as other units of city government. Have helped draft city ordinances and even helped draft a state statute that's being considered by Senate. I'm a trained advocate, and I have a pretty good sense of investigating wrongdoing, as I was an investigative unit when I was a county prosecutor with the feds.
I'll follow up with a quick question. I think last year we saw a couple of new board members elected to the Board of Ed, and we can say over the course of the year, played out in media and various discussion groups, sometimes their lack of experience was laid bare to the public to see. I think we recently saw a discussion happen like that over the budget last week. How is it that you see yourself integrating into this complicated and very not necessarily transparent system and helping, let's say you, as a new person elected, or others who are new, integrating into the Board of Ed?
Well, one thing is, for, like I mentioned, 10 plus years I've already been a prosecutor. At 38 years old, I'm managing a prosecutor's office, busiest prosecutor's office, any municipal court in the state of New Jersey. As I indicated, or did indicate, that I've tried many trials, jury trials when I was at the county prosecutor's office, many trials in the municipal court. I'm well versed in the law in this particular area, but extremely well versed in analyzing the law and getting to a lot of these raw issues. I understand that a lot of the issues that we face are complex. A lot of them are legal in nature, and I bring my talents there. I bring my talents as an advocate, as an attorney. And this is something that I've been doing for some time. Thank you.
I am proud to have the benefit of an education from some of the best schools in the country, New York University and the University of Virginia School of Law. As an attorney, it gives me an analytical framework on which to deal with problems, research-driven solutions, so I'm not quick to come up with solutions that aren't supported by data and facts and statistics, and reasoning, sound reasoning, to come to these decisions. My corporate experience has been 30 years in the insurance industry, where I've been trained in problem solving and decision making, and have had responsibility for hundreds of millions of dollars in litigation that was brought against companies against my former employer, home insurance company. I also have the experience in the community on boards, Jersey City Episcopal CDC. I'm the president of the Monticello Community Development Corporation. I'm a founding member of BCU, Astor Place Neighborhood Association. I have been able to also further the skill set I developed in corporate America through my corporate experience. My educational experiences have been successful, and I've been effective on both the level as a parent at a high school, as a Parents Council president, and beginning as a parent and as a community person as well, at Hoboken Charter School, one of the best charter schools in the state. And I bring that experience here. And I have lessons learned in both those experiences that help me in the work that I know we need to do in Jersey City. My involvement in the community makes me, okay, I had more, but I'm done.
Hello everyone. I came to this country in 2001 and I enrolled into Hudson County Community College. I got my associates in computer science, then I went to NJIT and I got my bachelor's in computer engineering. Then I got my master's in IT and I recently got my MBA in finance. So I have double master's and an undergrad, and I would say, I'm not sure if anybody is into IT, but that's the separate skills which I'm going to bring into the board. I have very good experience working into the IT industry for over 5 years, so that's the plus point I'm getting to the board. On the top, I'm currently also teaching part-time in Hudson County Community College, where I'm actually using my identified skills to identify my students and approaching them as individuals, so I can use those analytical skills into the board, identifying the issues, as well as identify the departments and the extra staff, if you go back to the budget, to identify what are not our needs, to get rid of those needs and identify the needs and make sure that those needs are being taken care of. Such as those 100 secretaries which is been working onto the schools. We don't need those secretaries. There are overqualified secretaries. There are overpowering numbers sitting in the board which we don't need it. I'm going to bring my management skills along with the leadership skills and the leadership skills to work on the board. Thank you.